Good morning. Pumpkin did not like me putting the tripod on the ground to give her the greenie. She was very weirded out by that. She was like, "What the hell is this? No, just hand me my greenie." You see me walking? Look at me walk. I can walk today. Yeah. So that's my new Ninja blender to show that off. Get your greenie, Goosey girl. Things are not quite routine this morning. She doesn't know about this and does not approve. Do you want to be uppy? You want a hug? You want a hug? Are you just weirded out by the tripod? Yeah, it's strange. You think it's gonna fall on you? Go get it. Go get that greenie. Go get that greenie. Now she's getting it. Wagging it. You're so goofy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. You gotta come say hello. You gotta say hello. Good morning. Good morning, Pumpkin. Good morning, Pumpkin. Are we up extra early? Yeah. We're up a little earlier than usual. I know. Little miss. Did not want to get out of bed. It's okay. We're going to sit here and edit for a little while. And you can snooze in my lap. Anyway. Yep. I can walk a little bit today and not look like I can't. Less limpy. It's feeling better. So, look at me go. This is also what my hair looks like when I wake up. And the curls have gone wild during the nights. Even though I had it in a plop or a pineapple, it's still it's a little crazy on me. So yeah, I gotta refresh my hair before I do any filming or anything. Oh, good morning. But I need to get some videos uploaded and started editing on some others, and yeah, just gonna have a quiet little morning time, and then we'll get in the studio and get to doing some work. I forgot to pull out the Naughty Nude palette. That was one I meant to pull out to play with. Oh yeah, I got all the palettes out I want to play with. No, I wanted to pull that out for Valentine's Day, even though I know it's not even technically January yet. I film ahead. I am on my ahead of time filming game. Some computer work done, and whew, we're gonna have to sort this out also. So I'll see you guys in a little while.
it's been like a week since I checked in and vlogged, and I've kind of just forgot where I was. I think the last thing I showed you were some clips of coming home from Baton Rouge. Yeah, so I had my I had my yearly mammogram checkup and my 6-month check-in with the breast doctor, and that went really well. Mammogram came back good, which is awesome. We decided to actually continue the focus on the fitness pursuit, I guess you could say, the weightlifting journey, whatever we call this. We decided that was a good course at the moment to stick to that because everything's looking good, and yeah, it's a good thing. So that's pretty cool. Also, Happy New Year. It is now 2024 that I'm filming, and it's almost my birthday. I'll be 37. I have found my first gray hair, so that's also happened. Yay me. Actually, I don't really mind that much. It was just one random gray like sticking up right here. You can hardly tell with my natural hair color anyway. It just kind of blends in, but it was the way it was sticking up that I noticed it. And yeah, there's probably more that I haven't found yet up there that I can't see. But I just got done filming a video with a little giveaway in it that I'm not gonna publicize. It's gonna be just for the true viewers, for my people that watch the videos. So yeah, it's gonna be a whole big self-care giveaway. I'm really excited. I'm gonna add to the box. I got a huge box, and it's still getting added to as we go. But anyway, I had my first day back at the gym as well this week, and that went really well. I was so sore afterwards. I just did upper body. I usually don't get that sore from upper body. Oh girl, I was sore. But I only lost a few reps on everything. I didn't lose like load weight on stuff, so that's really cool. Yeah, so excited about that. I'll be going to the gym in the morning, and I'm gonna do what I can do for lower body. I'm thinking I can do maybe some low weight RDLs. I could do leg curls and leg extensions. So I'm gonna do what I can as far as that goes. Basically, I still can't really grip in with my toes. Like my second toe is still giving me hell. It's still swollen, still painful, kind of tingly, you know. But it's getting better. The whole majority of the foot pain is gone though, and it doesn't ache when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, so that's nice. The toe just bothered. I don't like when things touch it, and it just doesn't feel great to like do this. So I'm gonna let that heal a bit more before I attempt leg press or squats, which is pretty much the only two things I can't do. And like cardio, yeah, that kind of hurts the toe as well. So anyway, I wrote myself out a new little program. I'm gonna try out a upper body lower body split, see how that goes. I've done that in the past and it was fine, and I decided I want to try like doing like a whole body split, just see what that was like. But anyway, we're gonna try this out for a cycle, see how it progresses. But yeah, it's birthday week. My husband's gonna try to take off work this weekend. Don't know if he can. He's gonna try. I think I have a play date with a friend, and then Lila is cooking me some dinner. So that's what is on the agenda this week, and I gotta do some tidying. I gotta put away all the Christmas stuff, but I've been putting that off because I want to organize it really well before I put it away and get rid of some stuff that's in there that's just old and that I'd never use. And it's not sentimental things. There's a few things I could part with and figure out some better way to store the ornaments. It's about dinner time for me. I think I'm deciding, do I want oatmeal or do I want a sandwich? I don't know. I don't know what I want for dinner yet. I did pick up a couple of new lipsticks from Revlon that I want to show you. I'm wearing one of them right now. This is Super Lustrous and Coffee Bean. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, Coffee Bean 300. I love it. And then I also picked up Iced Mocha, which is a little more purpley dark, very 90s brown. I'm here for it. And yeah, so that's what's up. I'm gonna go ahead and get all that done, get something to eat, import footage, and get a little work done before bed, because it's later in the day than I would prefer, and I need to get a little nap in before the gym and all that. I don't want to stay up all night. So yeah, let's get some dinner, get this face washed and footage imported at least. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Happy birthday to you. Good morning. It is not morning, of course. It is like 6 o'clock at night in the evening. And yes, I am wearing something pink. This is the only polar, I think, well, the brand's like Polar or something. It's the only winter, super cold weather clothing I own. So it's snowing. Surprise, snowing here. We were supposed to just get some freezing rain and, like, you know, just a hard freeze type of thing. Not that big a deal. Yet, no, woke up today. My sleep schedule's backwards. And I was like, oh, it looks like how it looks when it should snow. And we went to go to Wendy's to, it's like, oh, we'll go to Wendy's. I can get some chili, have that for dinner later. And save it. That's what I like to do with Wendy's, is I go buy extra chili to reheat, because it's amazing reheated. Anyway, so that's the game plan. We get to Wendy's and they're like, yeah, no, we're closed. Like, we're shutting down. Oh, okay. Chicken place next to it's open. Grab some chicken, we get home, and white stuff starts coming from the sky, and it starts snowing. And within an hour, everything is pretty much has a nice little white coating on it, and it's sticking to the ground, and the driveway is already frozen, and my husband had to go to work. So he is currently doing night shift at his job, and it's all hands on deck because of the weather, because they don't want another snowpocalypse situation where, like, power goes out and all that kind of stuff. So it's all hands on deck at work. He tried to take the weekend off even because it was my birthday weekend, and they're like, no, we're gonna need you here because we gotta do lots of weatherproofing, and we need to start things going and whole thing. So anyway, he has to work just because they need everything that could possibly come online, be online in case something else fails. Anyway, so my husband made it to work, and just as, like, he pulled in, he called me to tell me he made it to work, and I was like, yeah, they just closed the roads. I saw on Facebook, like, just shut down the ramps that he would need to get to work. Like, all the interstate stuff, on and off ramps, closed. And it's like, oh, you just made it. Just made it without having to take a detour. Because, I mean, there's detours and stuff. There's ways to get around it. But so, yeah, it's very cold. I am in multiple layers. I have this shirt on, which is like one of those really thick, kind of like a Skims material shirt, but it's made for winter weather. So I have this on. I have a tank top under this. And I have this sweater on. I've got my big fuzzy teddy bear pants on. Pumpkin's in her teddy bear outfit. I've even got socks on. That's how cold I am. How cold it is. And I've got the heat going, girl. And it still feels, it just feels like cold. Like the air just feels cold. Yeah, and it sounds cold. Like when you go outside, everything sounds kind of tinkly and brittle. Like kind of glass-like. It sounds cold. And I thought it sounded like that last night. I was like, it has that sound. Like, there's like ice in the air kind of sound. And yeah, we don't get a lot of just straight snow here. We usually get more of that, like, sleet, frozen rain type of situation, because we have just so much humidity. It just turns into that most of the time. It doesn't usually stick to the ground. No, it's sticking. And last time I looked, it was pretty white outside, but now it's dark, so I can't really see. So my pictures and, like, a little bit of footage I got was right when it first started. We've got our smoothie. I'm gonna put some moisturizer on and some skincare, because I definitely feel like my skin's gonna need it. And yeah, I thought we could just catch up a little bit here. So it's my birthday week. I really actually didn't vlog any of it. I just kind of enjoyed the moment. It was present for it and just had fun. The only thing I filmed was, like, just my birthday cake with some candles that I didn't know was gonna happen. I thought I was just going to Lila's house for, like, some Korean food for dinner. And no, she made a cake and had the happy birthday things in it. And they sang to me. Embarrassing. Anyway, so yeah, that was nice. And the day before that, Claire came over and we played and makeup for hours. It's so funny how quick time goes by. We're sitting there just swatching palettes. Like, we did a big palette swap and just like pulled out all our goodies. It was like, here, you want to try this? You want to try this? So yeah, I'm doing Dr. Barbara Sturm stuff, anti-aging. So yeah, we just sat there and swatched and touched and played with makeup and chit chat and hung out. And she brought me so many goodies. She brought me a cheesecake, which I'm still eating on. And oh my goodness, I love cheesecake. I love anything that's a pastry type thing. Who are we kidding? So I got cheesecake I'm working on. I'm working on chocolate cake. Okay, she got me a big old box of gummies. So yeah. And you know I can't be trusted around gummies. I love them so much. And a Kit Kat that was like birthday cake flavor. Some marshmallows. What else? Oh, and a beautiful calendar with like Japanese artwork. And a book of Mucha's artwork in it. Like a coffee table book full of his artwork. And like talks about it and goes through it. That I might just do that tonight. Just sit down and look at that book. That was such a lovely, lovely day. And we just chatted and hung out. It was so nice. And then yeah, the next day I went over to Lila's and a bunch of friends showed up, and I wasn't really expecting anybody to like be there. I don't know, it was really cool. And yeah, she cooked a soup. I don't remember what she said the soup is called, but it's squash, zucchini, bean paste, red bean paste, I believe, Asian radish. I think they're called Japanese radish. I'm not sure what those are called either, but they're delicious. They don't taste like American or Western radish at all. It's like there's zest to them, and then in the soup they kind of take on potato-like texture, but they have a more complex flavor. Perfect in soup. And they had that, it had some onions in it and pork. And then we had pot stickers that we started adding to the soup. Some little dumplings and tteokbokki, which is my favorite thing in the world. Tteokbokki. Oh gosh, I could eat that every day probably. The texture alone is so satisfying. Just doing me some eye cream. And we hung out. I think I stayed over there until it was past midnight when I got home. And I went over there like at 5 in the afternoon. And we played card games and just goofed and had the most fun, just being silly. We played Cards Against Humanity. She got like a new pack, so it's like current and like stuff in it's like current events. I still am like, there's a part of me, even though I'm chronically on Twitter and online, there's something about seeing these topics and them in like these contexts. At least you know how Cards Against Humanity is. It's not a nice game. But you know, I see a lot on the interwebs, like, you know, how people are. But something about playing a card game and seeing these things in a card game, it's kind of like jarring. You're like, oh. And I laughed so hard. And then having to explain some very adult topics to some of my friends who aren't chronically online what things meant was funny. It's me and like my friend's husband were just cackling because nobody knew what certain things were. And we're like, and they're like, why do y'all know what they are? I'm like, because we get on the internet. Like, you guys need to, like, I don't know, expand your horizons. Even though the air is actually like pretty wet, like I think the humidity was like 70-80% or something, it still feels dry because of the cold and the heat. I'm a swamp girl. Don't take me out of my swampy weather, because I think I would dry up to be a little husk. Yeah, I am like oily because I live in humidity, I think. Because the second I go just a couple hours north, like, I mean, just to like Shreveport north, which isn't that far. It's like 2 hours. Or cross state lines to Texas, my whole body just goes and just dries up like a husk, and my nose starts bleeding, my skin just starts sloughing off, my hair goes frizzy. Yeah, I am not cut out for dry weather or cold weather at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's fun if you're indoors and you can look out at it, that's fine. But I don't enjoy the cold here because it shuts down the whole state. It's not like, I think, living up north where it's like, so what, it's 5 inches of snow, big deal. No, it's barely not even an inch of snow here, and it's like, okay, shut it down. We're not doing nothing. Nobody's driving. Everybody stay home. Shelter in place. Emergency. But, hurricane, we're like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. It's so weird. But yeah, it's just, I mean, honestly, people can't drive in sunshine here, so I don't expect them to drive any better when there's something going on. Anyway, oh god, my boobs are cold. My nips are freezing. That is what I hate about winter the most. I get terrible nipple pain. Like, I don't know if like everybody experiences that or what. I seem to be the only one that complains about it all the time, where I'm like, it doesn't matter how many bras I got on, whatever, it's gonna hurt. Slight breeze, I'm like, ugh. I guess I just got sensitive nips, I don't know. TMI. But yeah, other than that and the weather, it's been a really nice birthday weekend. It was a very relaxing, low-key birthday, which is, I love. There was none of this going out, no production of anything. It was just like hang out with friends at my house and then their house, and it was just super chill. I wore PJs the whole time. Like, I didn't put on real clothes. I didn't put on makeup one of the days. The other day Friday I put on makeup just because I was trying to wake myself up. And sometimes if I sit down playing makeup, it mentally wakes me up for the day. But yeah, like on my actual birthday, I didn't put a stitch of makeup on. My hair was brushed. And I was just straight up in PJs and like cozy clothes. And my toes were decided to get particularly mad, so I couldn't put shoes on again on the one foot. I caught my toe on the blanket and it pulled it, and it made it get mad again. Like, the progress, it's so slow with these toes. Oh my gosh. Like, today they feel so much better, but watch, something's gonna touch them wrong and they're gonna be mad again tomorrow. But it's just this really, I think I talked about it before, where it's like you get to like a dramatic little healing point where it's like, oh wow, so much better, and then you plateau for like a week of no progress with the healing, and then oh, suddenly so much better, or sometimes it regresses. I'm still in that, but it's so much better than it was. But those toes, they don't look right. Like, every time I look at them, I'm like, and then look at my other foot, I'm like, y'all are like crooked, like you look broke. So I am going to be seeing a foot doctor. Thankfully, Lila goes to a foot specialist, often a foot and ankle doctor, because she had ankle replacement and she's had multiple foot surgeries. And I have built up a friendship with the doctor as well, because I go with her to the appointments. So I'm just like, hey, can you take a look at this? And maybe if he wants me to get a referral, I'll do that, and he can get the x-rays and see what they showed. Because they didn't show any breaks, but things are crooked looking, and there's still parts of the toe that, like, I cannot touch. That's like, no touching. It's strange. And I know it said it could take like 6 weeks to heal. And I think I'm getting close to that 4-week mark here. Gotta be in the 4-week mark. Yeah, it's just this nagging annoyance that, like, I can't fully squat down to do stuff and bend them a certain way. I gotta kind of be mindful of them rolling over in bed. That's where they're the most struggle, is in bed, just not making sure they don't get tangled in the blanket weird or snag or something like that. Or pumpkin walk across them, because when she gets out of bed, she always has to go around my feet at the bottom, and she walks across my feet, so I have to like jerk the one leg up so I hope she can step on it. And it does, I swear, I'll pull my feet up because I don't like the way it feels when she walks across my feet anyway. It tickles really bad, and it just, I'm very, very, very ticklish on my feet. And so just her little walking across them drives me nuts. And so I'll pull them out of the way. I swear, no matter where I pull them, she's gonna walk because she uses them as like her guide, I guess, under the covers to get out of bed. And she'll go get out. She gets out down there on that side of the bed, and then comes around and wants my husband to pick her up on the other side of the bed. And I have folded all the laundry. I have been so on top of it, the laundry, now that I can kind of do a little more stuff around the house, like doing laundry and things like that. It's fine. Like, it doesn't hurt to walk and all that. And I've been pretty up on sticking to my little goals of keeping the house nice and tidy for the most part, best I can with the foot. And so yeah, she doesn't have her laundry pile of clean clothes that she can use to climb in bed. I think I'm gonna have to get her some little stairs and teach her how to use those, or like a ramp, because I think once I show her how to do it, she can figure it out. She's a smart dog. She's just stubborn and hard-headed. But oh my goodness, you should have seen her with Claire. Oh, best friends instantly. She was in her lap. She's such a goose. Just immediately on the shoulder, getting cuddles. And yeah, she knows, she can read a person. She knows when they're a good person. But anyway, palette swapping though. We decided to swap some palettes, like ones that either one of us didn't have to play with, and that's, you know, and I can just make content with them, like, you know, do some first impressions or like a look or something here and there. So we trade off a few palettes for the time being. Like from her, I got the Denessa Myers Groundwork to play with, because we both thought of this as being a rather unapproachable, kind of intimidating palette that we just couldn't wrap our heads around it. It's like, why is this palette so confusing? It's just neutrals. It's just neutrals. But why does this throw us off? So I was like, you know, I'm gonna figure this palette out. And I sat down last night and did a whole video of just kind of, I made some notes, looked up the palette, read about it, and just went in and just said, we're gonna figure this out. And amazing, absolutely amazing. This is a fantastic palette once you wrap your head around it. And we got the Lightworks Volume 3 to play with. The formulas in here are so unique. There's 3 or 4 types of formulas within this palette, and just there's like a gel formula. It's so unique and absolutely some of the most beautiful duochromes. And Claire's got an amazing duochrome collection. Girl, my arms were, I was swatched up to here, both arms. I had to wash them so I could swatch some more. I was having so much fun just staring. It's like the colors are so beautiful, you don't even know how to even use them in application. You're like, what do I even do with you? You're so pretty. I just can do nothing but stare. So yeah, I thought to borrow these two together, like I can team them up also. It was just kind of a perfect idea to team those up. But I wanted to do something really focused on groundwork, because I feel like I've heard that a lot online. It was like people just not really knowing what to do with it beyond it just being a pro palette and it feeling a little confusing. It's once you get in there and start just putting it on your face, you're like, oh, this is actually a very easy palette to use. It's just like getting over this little mental block with the palette. And I really think it might be something to do with the pan size too. Anyway, I also borrowed the Natasha Denona Retro palette because I haven't played with it ever. And I thought Valentine's Day, girl, we're doing some Valentine's Day looks. I know a lot of people have this palette, and it would just be a nice one to do a couple of videos with. And the colors in here are just beautiful. I mean, these reds are gorgeous. So we got that. And rose quartz. I never played with rose quartz from Huda either. And she told me she had, she's like, I'll bring rose quartz over because I think you might like it. And yeah, these colors are phenomenal. Look at that. In person, this is so beautiful. And really, we had like all the Huda big palettes lined up and kind of were looking at them all together. You can truly see like an evolution within the palettes, and it's pretty cool. Like you can see like Huda's thought process throughout them and her tastes and stuff reflecting in it. And that was kind of neat. You can see an evolution between the palettes where one kind could build on the other one and inspire the next one. So yeah, we got that to play with, which tonight I think I'm going to dig into. I kind of want to use retro tonight and do a look with it, because I'm just going to be doing some filming anyway. I ain't got anything else to do. So yeah, let me pull that. And then Bare Minerals also had sent over a powder, foundation powder, that I have not ever tried. I haven't tried anything in the powder complexion range of Bare Minerals. Like, I have their liquid foundation, I came to the original liquid foundation. I love it, but I've never used any of their actual powder stuff that they're kind of known for. And you know, this is freaking beautiful. This is beautiful. It looks like skin. It's like, how are you doing this? How is this? Oh, I understand now. I understand now. Because I've used powder foundations and have hated every single one of them. This is different. This is definitely different. There's something to it. So yeah, I got sent that to do short form content with. So that's on the agenda as well for the evening. I've got a lot of notes pulled over here. Surprisingly, Groundwork only has like this much notes, but Lightworks 3, that is half the size, tons of notes I had to make about it. And yes, I write out my notes like a momo. I don't know why. Yeah, I could just get it from my phone or tablet or something and just pull it up and look at it while I'm talking to you guys. There's something about the writing it down though, because it sticks in my head and I don't have to refer to the notes as much. That's how I've always, like, when it comes to like learning, I was best if I could write everything, because it makes me focus on it, you know, and comprehend what I'm reading. That was just something that always worked for me in school, and I've kept that tactic throughout life. If I write it down, it gets locked into my memory. If I type it, no, it's gone. It's gone. It's out into the internet ether and not into my brain ether. Yeah, it doesn't get stored in this memory. It gets stored in a digital memory. And yeah, so I don't know why that's a thing. Or like, if I make notes on my phone, I'm not going to remember any of those. I have to physically write it. And I think it's also very satisfying to actually pen and paper. I'm a fan of the analog with that. It makes me feel good. It's a satisfying thing to me to sit down and write things out. Even if my handwriting is awful, I can barely read it sometimes. And some days, like, gripping a pen is a little... My plan, so, for the rest of the evening is going to be to do something with retro tonight. And short form with this. Oh, and I got to show you that book and calendar because they're just beautiful. I would show you the snacks, but they're gone. Except for the gummies. And there's like 2 slices of the cheesecake left. And a little bit of the chocolate cake that Lila made. She made a chocolate cake that has peanut butter bits in it, and so you don't need like icing or anything because it's like enough. And she uses like the extra moist cake. Oh girl, it's so good. It's so good. And that soup, yeah, she made like a gigantic gumbo pot of this soup. Like, she made so much, and she's like, oh, there's gonna be so much left over. We went back and kept getting seconds and thirds and so many times throughout the night of just being over there, because we were there for like, you know, till midnight. And everybody just kind of kept going, get back a little bit more, just snack on while we're playing the card games and all that. There was hardly any left. There was like a little bit left into some juice. Yeah, the soup was a hit. Thankfully, tonight is the last night that my husband has to work. Of course, the worst night he has to work. Every time he has to work. He's worked through every hurricane we've had recently in the last few years. He had to work through Laura. He worked through the ones that came after that I can't even remember. Snowpocalypse. He worked during Snowpocalypse. He worked during the other little bit of snow we'd gotten. Yeah. And there was an earthquake in Louisiana, northern Louisiana, last week. That's weird. I have like a vague memory that an earthquake had happened before here, like this small tremors that barely register. Because I remember my mom telling me about when I was a kid. Because like, oh, do we get earthquakes here? Because I was like terrified of that concept. And she's like, sometimes. But she's like, there's just, yeah, not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I saw one the other day. Except there's a lot of like seismic activity going on worldwide. Like, what was that? Was it Japan just had something with an earthquake? And volcanoes are going off in Iceland like crazy. Like, something shifted and set something off. So it's doing that like chain reaction thing, I think. Just from, you know, my scientific perspective here of like, I know what's going on. I feel like there must be some kind of chain reaction happening. And then there was like a giant wave in California, and yeah, I feel like these things might be connected. But yeah, we had like a little tremor. I mean, I didn't feel it because it was up north from me. I think it's about 2 hours north of me. I wonder if I would have even noticed it. Then my aunt lived in Vegas, and she said they would have earthquakes, and she's like, yeah, she's like, I'd sleep through half of them, like the little tremors and stuff. Ugh, I can't imagine. But I know they had like somewhere like things would fall off the walls and stuff, and she had to like have things mounted a certain way. Was there anything else I needed to update you on? I don't think there was. I want to show you that book and that calendar because it's beautiful. I want it somewhere nice to hang the calendar where I can see it every day and actually use it. And I think it'd be really cute to like mark them off with you guys. Like, I was like, that'd be a cute little thing to do. And yeah, I also gotta get a video. I gotta publish a video. I forgot because I didn't schedule it. I was like, I'll just hit publish tomorrow. So I gotta do that to not freaking forget because it's already late. I meant to have this video published last Friday before my birthday, but I'm also really into red. I put on a red shirt yesterday and I have decided red is my color. I was like, oh, I didn't know I looked so good in red. Oh. So I had to paint my nails red. Even though this is a different red than what was... The shirt was more that blue-based red. But anyway, that's the plan for my evening. And I need to finish something up on a reel. I'm not in a rush to get anything done. I got all night, so... Yeah! Have you guys seen the puppets that are in the reels where it's like, when your husband gets you Starbies, you like the straw? Yeah! The little green puppet, Mona. I think her name's Mona. Believe. They're so cute. They're so cute. And she's got like the baby bird. She's like, I'm going to take care of you now. The reels are funny because like the joke they put with them, but just the puppet alone, just it really does get me in here. I'm like, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Those reels are just the best thing I've seen in a long time. They're making me so happy. I guess they're TikToks, reels, whatever. Apparently it's a YouTube channel that just does a puppet show that is like for kids, but also like it says release your inner child, I think was like the blurb about it. So I think they're like truly like kids cartoons, but apparently grown-ups are really liking them because it's bringing back that inner child nostalgia. And I get it. I really get it. Like I could sit there, I just sit there watching because it's wholesome, just sweet stuff. It's not like puppets doing something dirty or anything like that. No, it's just like a sweet kind of like Bear in the Big Blue House kind of vibes. Oh, you remember Bear in the Big Blue House? I love that one. That was one of my favorites. I'd watch it with my little cousins. And then it would just be on Nick Jr. in the morning when I was like getting ready for school. I would just have it on. That, no, it was Allegra. Ah, goodness. But I loved Bear in the Big Blue House. I just thought that one was so cute. Like, I mean, I was in high school. I just thought it was just something about it. It was just so sweet. I just wanted to hug that big old bear. Something about talking animals, man. They get me right here. And I just want to cuddle it. I'm going to go get that computer work done that I just remembered I needed to do. And try to keep my little butt warm. I am going to change clothes to film. Maybe I'll just keep this paint top on? I don't know. Oh, that's another thing. I don't want to like change out all my layers. But, alright. I'll see you guys in a little while. I forgot to actually show you guys that I got some new stuff from Dr. Dennis Gross. This is the Perfect Dose Retinol Every Time. New Advanced Retinol Ferulic Daily Dose, 0.2%. So they sent 2 of these sample packets, so I have 8 of these. And I'm going to test them out and do a before and after little real situation with them. But the claims are pretty good. Especially excited about this less congested skin and, of course, fine lines. And I like how it says dry fine lines. And yeah, like, so hydrating yet what? I'm confused. What is this magic? What will it do? So we got pure liquid retinol, ferulic acid, bakuchiol, and rambutan. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. And squalane hyaluronic acid. This sounds amazing. And yeah, it's these little pads. I'm such a fan of their acne ones. I was really, really excited to try these. So they sent me 2 little things of this to do a 8-day before and after trial. So cool. And this is the book. Look at this, you guys. How beautiful. I didn't even see the card inside, Claire. I didn't even see that. Sneaky. I'll have to look at that in a second. I got so excited just opening the book, I didn't even see it. Oh, she put that in there as a surprise. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. I love a good coffee table book, and especially art. I loved like that they were like posters and prints too. I think that was really cool how it was like used in advertising, and just this art style is just everything. I mean, look at this. I love Art Nouveau artwork, and I love Art Deco. It's my 2 favorite art genres, so I'm very excited about these books. Or about this book. It's just so beautiful. Here's the calendar. And yeah, I also love Japanese art. I think Japanese art is just gorgeous as well. So yeah, like I have some of the Metropolitan Museum prints that are of the Japanese art with cats. Love it. I have like some postcards, a little stationery set that's from probably the 70s or 80s. It was my mom's. I would give them to friends I know like cats, because I have, you know, a little stack of them, and they're like to be framed or something. So yeah, here's all the months. How beautiful. I'm gonna have to like keep some of these and actually frame them because they are so pretty. Oh, that one. I just love it. So yeah, very nice. And we we had a little blast here because she got a Byredo gift set for Christmas of perfumes, and we were having a sniff party. And we had little sheets where we were sampling them all. So she got I think it was the Nomad box. So it had Gypsy Water, Bibliothèque. I know how to say these words, I just can't. Blanche, Bal d'Afrique. I think I said that one right this time. Mojave Ghost, which we were most excited about Mojave Ghost because we heard, you know, so much about it, and Gypsy Water. It's like, we gotta smell those. Pumpkin. And then Rose of No Man's Land. Oh, this one smelled heavenly. Like, I mean, they all smelled so good, and they all smelled so good and so unique. And she gave me this one because I really liked the fragrances in here. It definitely had like some nice like Moroccan spice kind of notes. Like I think I was picking up frankincense notes in this one. So yeah, got this little guy of Byredo. Me and her like lust over Byredo stuff all the time and talk about their fragrances. I don't know why we have a thing for them. And like Killian and all these super more boutique, really high-end fragrances. That's like our new little fixation lately. We keep been talking about them. Anyway, so yeah. Let me open this card because I totally forgot. Or, well, I didn't even see it in there. What beautiful handwriting, by the way. Anyway, yeah. So we've been just trying to keep warm tonight. I've changed clothes twice. I keep it hot, cold, this, that. I can't find the right balance with this weather. Like, it gets hot in here because I have the heat on, but then I'm cold. So I keep taking on layers and taking off layers, but I love this shirt that I have on. My stepmom actually gave me this when she was cleaning out her closet, because she was like just cleaning out, and I don't think she even had worn it. And so surprising, those pieces of clothing and stuff that people would give me like that just on a whim. I didn't really think I was going to use it, but I was like, I'll take it because I might need it, because it's this layering piece type of clothing. Ended up being my favorite pieces. Is pink also my color? Who am I? I wore red, now I'm wearing pink, and I like it. I've got to find out what brand this is, because I'm gonna need backups in like other colors, because I really like the material. It's that thick, kind of stretchy, insulating material. I think it's kind of like Skims type material. And I like the neckline on it. It's just so nice, and also it makes my muscles look really good. Like, look at that bicep, and I don't think you can see my tricep. Get a good angle. Look at them triceps in there. It shows my muscles really well, so I also like that. Anyways, on the face today, we do have the retro palette on the eyes from Natasha Denona. Beautiful. Loved using that. That was a pleasure to work with. And look at that pretty sparkle. It was so lovely to use. And I have the Bare Minerals powder foundation on. And I have some glitter on my face or highlighter and stuff, but what a beautiful product. Like, the way it sits in like fine lines, so nice and so creamy. Beautiful finish. Really good. I like it. It reminds me a tiny bit of that Age Perfect one that I hated from L'Oreal. Like, it's like that, but so much better. It's like what I wanted that one to be, to have that creamy look. It looks the way that one would look when I first put it on. It was beautiful, and then it would turn to an oil slick. This one has that beautiful look all day, where it's not super duper heavy matte, and I swear you can pile it on, it doesn't look cakey or heavy. It's so thin and just finely milled. I understand the Bare Minerals hype now with the powder. I get it, and that's a really nice powder foundation. And it's like, I'm not a powder foundation girl. I've tried. I hate them most of the time. And like, so smooth, just the smoothness of it, girl. But anyways, just sitting here sniffing Mojave Ghost. You know, I kept all the little papers that we were spraying on, because I'm gonna put them in my drawers. Chest of drawers, not underwear, drawers. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna leave this vlog off here because I think it's probably long enough, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Happy 2024. Bye now. Did I tell you I found a gray hair? I found my first gray hair. Okay, bye now.